the reason why you have not been succeeding and you have not been achieving your goals and you do not have the motivation is because you do not have enough reasons. So many people want to believe that motivation just comes out of nowhere. That if they decide that they're going to go and do something, that for every reason in the world, they should be able to go and do it without any real reason. And today I want to talk to you about your why, because the reason why you are not achieving the goals that you want to, especially in the long term, is because you do not have a why. You do not have a big enough reason to go and achieve the things that you want to achieve. I used to be 80 pounds heavier than I am now. And I spent the last 5 years through an extreme personal development journey. Although I had tried many, many times before that to lose the weight, start a business, make money, be different, be successful. But every single time, I quit. Every single time that I started to try to lose the weight, do the workouts, run around the neighborhood, anything like that, I quit. And I finally found out what the reason was when I had the realization that changed everything for me. And that realization was finding out my reason. I'll never forget the day that I was driving with my girlfriend in the car, and I had just watched like a movie or a video the night before where a dad was driving a car and he had his family in the car and he had a heart attack because he was overweight, he was unhealthy, and he died in the car and he crashed and killed his family. And that to me was the biggest wake-up call that I ever could have watched on a movie. Because at the time I was overweight and unhealthy, I was eating like crap, I wasn't taking care of myself, and I was on the path of dying of a heart attack at 40 because I did not take care of my physical health. And through the tens of times that I had tried to lose weight, that was the deciding factor for me. Because I was in the car with my girlfriend. I knew I wanted a life with this girl. I knew I wanted to build something. I knew I wanted to be able to have a long, amazing life with her, give her the world, build an amazing business, make a lot of money so that I can one day retire us and be able to go on vacations together and enjoy our old age. And I knew if I continued to treat my body like crap, if I continued to eat like shit, if I continued to not work out, if I continued to be fat, disgusting, overweight, and unhealthy, that I would not be able to live that out. And that was the scariest thing that I could have ever imagined. I never wanted to be in that situation. And that was a strong enough reason for me to start and stick with it. And that reason still sits in the back of my head today. I don't want to be that unhealthy guy. I don't. I want to be the healthy guy. I want to be the person who is above and beyond and is building. And once you get that first reason, I'll tell you a secret, you start to create more reasons. More reasons start to show up. You start to want to prove people wrong. You start to think about the things in the past that people have said to you that you now want to prove wrong. You start to want to make people proud around you. You start to see the results and it starts to feel great. You start to become happy and joyful from the abilities that you have possessed through the first reason. And that's why you haven't been able to stick to your goals, because you don't have a big enough reason. And I will tell you, I knew about whys. I knew about the big why. What is your why? I knew about the why, and I couldn't find what my why was. I did not have a good enough reason to stick to it. For the longest time, I had, nothing to care about. I had nobody that I really was looking to live with longevity wise. I had, no life plans, nothing like that. But once things started to shape up for me and time continued to go by, the reason came. And your reason is going to come too. You just need to keep looking for it. Do not give up looking for your reason. Do not give up looking for your why. If you are having issues, sticking to your goals, it's because you don't have a big enough reason. It's because you don't have a big enough why. It's because you haven't been scared to death yet at what would happen if you have not reached that reason, or if you do not, I should say, if you see that reason play out. I think that makes enough sense. You don't want to see that reason play out. And if you don't want to see that reason play out badly enough, or if you want to see that reason play out badly enough, then you will do what it takes to achieve those goals. You know, it's stupid and it's an old saying, but if someone told you that you needed to make $1 million in 1 year and they had a gun to your family's head, would you do it? You know, would you do it? You would. Let's be real. You would find every single way to do it. And that's the difference. You don't have a why. You don't have a reason right now. So go out there, find a reason, find a why. It's going to take time. It's not going to come out of the ground. You're going to have to take time to think about it. One day it might just dawn upon you, but keep moving forward, because one day it's going to hit you and you are going to become the most amazing person that you ever could be in your lifetime. So without anything else being said, go out there, find your why. Thank you so much for watching this video today. If you like these kind of videos, do me a favor, leave a comment down below and let me know. That is the best way for you to show me that you like this kind of content. I make content like this all the time. If you like videos like this, you can find me here almost every single day making new videos. Leave a comment down below. Thank you so much to all my people who are constantly in the comments. You mean the absolute world to me. Love you so much. Thank you if you've been constantly coming back. My new phone fits on my steering wheel, so maybe I'll do more videos like this soon. But down the line, we will be getting a studio and lighting and all that good stuff. Working on that. Right now, I'm just kind of bootstrapping this to try and get better at creating content, get better at talking about personal development, get better at getting my ideas out there, and create an audience of people who actually care about what I have to say, you know? And I want to help you. That's really what it's all about at this point. And like, I don't think I really need like the fancy lights or the fancy studio or anything at this current time to try and help the people who want to be helped, you know, and show the people who are looking for the answers where I found my answers. And hopefully that will help them find their answers too. So if you like this video, leave a comment down below. Thank you so much for coming by. And if you watched to the end, thank you. Until next time, go out there and do something great. I'll talk to you soon.